I've always heard people say that Drake is a creep. He used to kiss his fans on stage. So it's like, who are you hanging out with? Not necessarily you are that person, but...
So let me ask you a question. Are the facts important to you in this beef? They are.
Yeah, because dude, that's a lot of shit that both sides are saying.
Both of them.
Right?
A lot of shit. Drake gets called, OVO gets called. How do you feel about the claims being thrown on the other side about Kendrick being a wife abuser?
Like, I want to see the receipts.
Are we actually?
Yeah, now we are.
You guys gotta sync up your whole shit.
No, we're done.
We're good?
Yeah.
Oh, the pod's over.
Welcome to the pod.
Thank you so much for coming to the
Welcome to the pod.
Oh, boy.
Well, hello,
a
everyone.
roaring
Welcome
start.
to the Down the Rabbit Hole podcast. If you've been here before, you know us. If not, you'll get to know us. We actually have a new person on the team sitting behind the scenes. Have to give her a shout out. My beautiful wife, Isabella. Say hello.
That's crazy. Hi,
Finally.
guys.
Finally.
They're gonna hear a
The
new
hot
voice and
seat,
be like,
good. Let me
Finally.
be the voice behind the black curtain that nobody knows
I'm
about.
done.
you know,
No, now you have...
Pham sounds a little different.
We haven't...
Pham is still here. Pham, say hi very loudly. Hi. There he
Yeah,
is.
there he is. He's here.
So we haven't seen you guys in a bit since our little 420 episode where we got absolutely obliterated. If you didn't make it to that end of the episode,
It wasn't even like a conscious...
I think
Like, I don't even know how to describe it.
we
Like
just
a conscious experience.
it was not conscious experience. I think at minute 35 the edibles hit and I was literally outside of my body.
That's
I was
hilarious.
in that corner looking at the back of my head at you guys. I was like, I'm too paranoid to talk about anything.
This guy was spectating.
So funny. What's even funnier to me is that like in the episode, Law is like, you're just fucking eating those chocolates. Like they don't have marijuana. And I'm like, no, I need to keep eating more of them.
You were
Like,
absolutely pounding them. And I was like, this girl is gonna be absolutely slaughtered. She's gonna be gone.
No, her minimum requirement is 100 milligrams
it's
to feel something.
Dude, it's okay. 60 will get me like giggly. 80 will get me to feel like really high. And then if I do 100, I just fucking pass out.
Like you had
So I just
Andy
can't.
like slowly starting, like just like little piece, and then you're like, I'm on my second row.
No, we're like
Like,
8
what the
minutes
fuck?
into the episode and she asked me, she's like, you know how much I had? Me? I think you took 2 or 3. And she's
nobody's
like,
keeping track
I
of
was
your
like,
candy
Rose?
bar right now.
she was like,
You were on your own.
she was like, honey, I've had like half the bar already. I'm like, why are you asking me
Yeah.
then, dude? You are so
Trying to
already.
show off.
I was literally like, wait, how many because I wanted to know how many you've eaten and then I could figure out the math. And then I eventually did figure it out. I was like, okay. Because I was like 2 or 3 squares and you were like, yeah. And I'm like, I thought you meant 2 or 3 rows.
No, times 5 of those squares is how much you had, yeah. But that was a fantastic episode. If you didn't catch the end of it, we recommend you go back and watch it. But it's been a while since you've heard from us. And although we're definitely we're past the end of it, because I think everybody knows it officially ended, the rap beef. But that has been one of the biggest topics of conversation all year. And this past 3 weeks, I mean, I think it's dominated
Literally
every
like,
conversation.
like trumped everything.
On social media, with friends. Like, it is the conversation.
BBL Drizzy does not stop playing in my head. Like, as a person that has ADHD, I have heard other people speak about it on TikTok, and it makes me feel so seen because I'm like, this shit just gets stuck in your head. It's so catchy.
And it doesn't
I'm
stop.
No,
That's
it
my
doesn't.
problem with like the Cars for Kids commercial. Oh my God. Like even saying like there's a billboard for it
Cars
in my
for
city.
kids.
Yeah, when you
Let's not sing
said
it,
that,
bro.
when you said that, I
It
literally
automatically
pictured it.
starts singing. Yeah, I was in the truck one time and I was with my partner doing work and we were just driving along and it started playing and we have a thing where once it starts playing you instantly turn the radio off. Like no matter what, like you take your hands off the steering wheel, you turn that shit off.
That's me with the freaking Chet Holmgren and SGA ad that's coming on before every Bruins game, before every NBA game, where they're singing that freaking song.
I'll have
Oh
to
my
hear it.
God, it drives me nuts.
But like
if you've seen any NBA game, you know what I'm talking about.
We shut the. There
It's
was
just
one
like
time.
a reoccurring ad because you're on YouTube TV and they just keep feeding you the same one.
Yeah.
It drives me
So annoying.
nuts.
So that one time we
Yeah.
like shut the radio off, and like the first thing I said once the radio was off is it's still playing in my head.
Yep.
He's like, "Yep, yeah, it is."
Okay, so going back to the rap beef, I think it's interesting that almost everyone here kind of has a different perspective. Before coming in, huge Drake fan, not so much Kendrick. I love his artistry. I understand his talent. Do I listen to his music a lot? No, I definitely don't. I don't even think he's in any of my songs. Not that I haven't liked any of his songs. They're just not in my rotation. I've always felt like he doesn't really speak to me as an audience member. You know, there's sometimes people that are great and you like them from a distance, but just I've never connected to it. You know what I mean? So that's my position, because I think it's interesting for listeners to kind of know where we're all coming from. You go ahead. Where are you coming from before the beef even starts? I think that's an important thing to know.
Yeah, this is prior to the beef. I like them both. I listen to them both like not like I'm not listening to them every day, but like in the summertime, I'm jamming to them. But Kendrick, I feel like I can jam to like all the time. B got me into Kendrick definitely, and more into Drake. But I feel like going into it, I definitely liked them kind of like the same.
Okay.
Because I was really like indifferent. It was like the music.
Okay. Cool. That's a very interesting perspective to be standing in, because you can be.
Yep.
Okay. Law. I last time we talked, you didn't listen to any of the disses.
No,
you weren't
no,
even
I haven't.
interested. You're checked out.
Nothing.
Still?
Nothing. No.
Checked
Wow.
out.
I've heard
Except for BBL Drizzy.
Yeah, basically.
You've heard snippets on TikTok and fuck Metro. Anyways,
So yeah, I haven't listened to any of it. The first and last diss song that I listened to in this cycle was the 7 minute by J. Cole, and then
7 minute drill.
yeah, 7 minute drill, and then he immediately retracted it. So then I was back out. So like I was in for a minute, and then I was out.
So you were on the J. Cole side. Essentially.
Yeah, that was the only song I listened to. So technically, yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
You knew about
But
it
like,
from that side, from that angle.
But
yeah.
before going into it, I'm more of a Drake fan than a Kendrick fan. And it's been that way for a little while. Like I used to be into Kendrick, but then he kind of, I don't know, just wasn't my kind of style. So I went back to Drake, and I don't know. I still haven't listened to any of it, honestly.
Okay. Bella?
Massive Drake fan.
Yeah.
Have been, always been. You know, I graduated 2016. Shout out, Views, best album.
Like almost of all time.
You know what I mean?
It's
Thank
up
you
there.
for recognizing
It's
me,
up
Law.
there. It's like
It's a good album.
there.
It was a good album.
It's top 30.
Kendrick has never really been up there for me. I know that Beyonce likes to feature him, so I'll support that. But like a standalone thing, no.
Okay.
Like I don't find myself looking up Kendrick Lamar on Spotify.
So now the audience knows where our allegiances stand, because this is a fucking war. This is a political war. People taking sides. People, you know what I mean? It's been crazy.
It's quite the conversation.
It is quite the conversation, and I actually want you to start it off. How are you feeling? It's a huge topic. We're not going to go through each diss song.
Yeah, no,
Just
no.
give me your general
and I'll tell
overall feelings and where you are right now.
I'll tell you where in terms of like how much I've taken in. Cause
Okay, yeah, that's also true, because
like,
some people have had opinions and aren't listening to all the songs all through.
and that's the thing is like I haven't listened to the Drake ones. Like I started listening to one and I was following with lyrics and stuff like that, but there was like, I don't know. I wasn't like necessarily with that style of dissing, and that's when I was just like, no. That's when I was like, no, I'm good in this whole fucking war. But I literally know like every single lyric to all, like to the 3 of the Kendrick ones that are on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of rap battle beef. Like rap battle,
You know,
I
what
think-
your feeling is towards it all.
I think that Kendrick won the rap battle, and I think I want more information because I have opinions on certain things, and I think for me it's less about what I know about the person, because I don't know a lot about Kendrick, and I know way more about Drake, because like he's just been
Everybody does.
Exactly.
That's the benefit that
Like-
Kendrick has, is he's talking shit about someone that everybody knows his entire life because he puts it out there for us.
But the thing is that like it's also like there are certain things that I'm not necessarily like surprised by, which I found other people being surprised by surprising, I guess, in a way. So like I've always heard people say that Drake is a creep. He used to kiss his fans on stage. That wasn't like a you know, and also the other thing is like the way that I took it initially and still take it this way is like he wasn't necessarily calling Drake a, you know, gross ass person. He's calling the people on his payroll and around him that. Right? Like I didn't necessarily
His
hear
whole team, OVO.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like who are you hanging out with? Not necessarily you are that person. But
So let me ask you a question: Are the facts important to you in this beef?
yeah, I mean,
They are.
yeah, because dude, that's a lot of shit that both sides are saying.
Both of them,
right?
A lot of shit,
and that's what I'm saying.
and that's part of beef too. You know,
Of course.
it's not necessarily about truth. It's whose
Exactly.
opinion can be more staggering, or whose claim, or whose.
And that was the thing that me and Davy ended up talking about too, is like when it comes to rap battle beef, it's not always the truth.
Yeah.
It's not always face value. It's a lot of opinions and emotions because you're literally arguing with each other in what wants to be an eloquent way. So
So on the other side of the coin, okay, while we're talking about the disses specifically, Drake gets called, OVO gets called a pedophile. You are saying that the truth is important to you. How do you feel about the claims being thrown on the other side about Kendrick being a wife abuser, of being a fake activist, of being ashamed of his
same thing is-
ethnicity?
I need to see, I want to see the receipts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's as the beef. Once Family Matters dropped and Drake makes the claim that he's abusing his wife and he has the music video, I felt like we got to the point in the beef where, all right, someone needs to start dropping some receipts, or
that's
else,
what I
like,
mean.
what are we doing here? Because now it's not about just a diss. It's really someone's
Claims.
trying to expose the other person, clearly.
Yeah.
And Drake learned that from Pusha T, because that was his last beef where Pusha T, tells the whole world about his kid.
Yeah.
And then that changes beef forever, because now it's who has the biggest claim.
Correct.
Who
Yeah.
can say the thing that is the most staggering.
But if
And
it's
calling
true-
someone a pedophile, I mean, that just stops all the conversation, right? That's something that you can't ignore.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
a
think-
record scratcher.
Like, if I called you a pedophile right now and you called me a murderer or a wife beater, like,
But
all everyone here heard was pedophile.
yes, I understand. But the thing is that again, I have to know. I can't just take your word for it in a fucking public rap battle beef that this person's a pedophile.
Right.
Okay? It's easy to just literally search up who the fuck works for him and go search it up on a fucking registry somewhere. That's public information. That's easy to find out.
Yeah, I mean, it's well known that Baca, someone on his team, has the case that Kendrick's referring to. That's been a discussion around Drake for a bit too. So, okay. But the thing is, we're not going to get receipts, So now you kind of have to change your perspective on how you're viewing the beef, because the fanboys from each side are going to come out and do the research and start, releasing their own theories, because either artist isn't going to be dropping it from their own camp.
I think that unless Kendrick's wife comes out and says,
Which
Yeah.
would never happen.
He's
I
beating
mean,
me.
she'd be killed fucking next week.
or victims came out and said, yeah, Drake did this and I can prove it in a court of law, which if they could have, they probably would have already.
And from what I saw, was a lot of the opposite. A lot of people coming out saying that these claims against Drake weren't true. The ones that they were a part of. Like, these girls that were being claimed on stage and blah, 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 were coming out and saying, no, it was never like that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
That's what I've been saying as well.
So that was something that I had brought up with David, because again, being on both sides, I like Drake. I don't want don't fucking believe that.
Right,
Even
right.
if
I've been
regardless
feeling
of the
that.
rap battle, I'm still going to be able to like both artists at the end of the day.
Okay.
It's their beef. It's real fucking entertaining for me to watch. If we were talking about my favorite fucking band versus another favorite fucking band, it would be a little bit different because like I would be diehard. But I'm just like, you're everyday passive, like enjoyer of their fucking music that likes to jam out to it to have a good time. It makes me feel good or it makes me feel something. But I'm not like attached to the people. I'm more attached to Drake because Jimmy Brooks for one, and he's been around for a long ass fucking time. I've been listening to him for a minute. Again, everyone knows him.
Yeah. So the last song that was released in the diss, Bella just brought it up actually, was The Heart Part 6, which is Drake's response to Not Like Us. And he brings up Millie Bobby Brown's name. And
That's the one I talked to Levy about.
what I saw from my social media where people were like, why the fuck would Drake bring up her name? Like, why would you do that to yourself? Or like, Kendrick never name dropped who he's accusing you of. Why would you put yourself in that position?
Did anyone go on social media?
My perspective was that Drake was responding to us.
Correct.
Us.
Correct.
The people that are on social spreading this shit, saying this shit. In that moment, he was talking to us. He wasn't talking to Kendrick. He was talking to us.
I took it that way too.
And this is how I feel also when people are like, oh, he slipped on this line and that line. This man's profession is a writer. He has extensive knowledge of the English language because it's his job to put words together to communicate a message, to make them rhyme, to tell a story. Like all day, what you're doing is you're writing. That's what you do. That's what these rappers do. They're just writing. They're making songs. So for someone to think that someone's slipping in their words or like, why would they say that? That's such a mistake. Like, there's intent behind all of it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's not accidental words being placed.
Yeah, correct. Yes. But I think that also goes to play for the other side of this whole war, right? Like exactly what you just said. So what people are doing now is going back and nitpicking Drake's lyrics on what he said in this song from a while back. That's weird. And it was, I remember, like I saw it on TikTok, and it was something saying like you're just, you're old enough, but you're still a baby, blah, 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 whatever. So now everyone's going and nitpicking it that way.
Right. And people don't realize that in Drake's second drop, Taylor Made Freestyle, before Euphoria came out, Drake had predicted the angle that Kendrick was going to come at. That he would take the pedophile angle, that he would try to talk about that and that. So, and people dismiss that. My point that I guess I'm defending right now is that I feel like what I've been seeing on social media throughout the whole beef was Kendrick fans and Drake haters being so loud. So overwhelmingly loud on my socials. Oh. And this was before Not Like Us, when this was still very competitive. I think after Not Like Us dropped the club banger, I think that changed the narrative. You beat Drake at his own game. That's what Drake does. He creates the club record to get people singing it all summer to make you lose. And Kendrick did it to him. And he should have saw it coming. I think he made a few tactical errors, and that's when he really lost the battle. But before then, I felt like social media was starting to piss me off because like they were only looking at it from one angle.
Yeah, I definitely think in between Meet the Grams and Not Like Us, that's when I saw the biggest boom of that, of Kendrick fans and Drake haters. But it wasn't necessarily, if you were a Kendrick fan, you're a Drake hater. It was more of like, I'm a Drake hater and I've been a Drake hater for a while.
Yep.
So that's, for me, that part of familiarity, because I already knew that there were people that didn't like Drake. There's mad people that don't fucking like Drake, don't fuck with Drake, have already spoke shit about Drake.
It's like, a cool thing to hate Drake, actually. Like on social media, it's a cool thing to shit on Drake.
Like it felt like a trend for a minute.
It's been like that for a long time,
I need to be different.
And that happens when you're at the tippity top, right? That's why all of these people are coming for him.
The other thing too is, for me, I like to look at it from all different types of perspective. So I had the thought in my head, like, for both artists right now, since this started, that's all anyone's been talking about.
Yep.
Booming
Mm-hmm.
on both sides, because bad publicity is still publicity. It's a pretty big. It would be a pretty big tactical plan for them to do that.
It feels like a Dave Portnoy situation.
Why do I know that? But
Remember when we talked about it on the pod?
wait.
The pizza guy.
The pizza
I'm
guy.
gonna go in,
Super
tell
tight
the
shirt.
Thank
owner,
you.
hey,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm gonna grab your pizza. I'm gonna go outside. I'm Dave Portnoy. I'm gonna review the pizza.
Exactly.
You're gonna come storming out, talk shit. We're gonna get in a feud back and
Yep.
forth. Next day, there will be a line outside. I guarantee you. And guess what happened after that video?
Boom.
There was
blew
a
up.
line outside.
That's what I had said to Bella, was like early on when we first talked about it, was like, yeah, like this seems, I told her, I was like, it's not far from reality to
Yeah.
think of, because look at Beyonce and
Yep.
Jay-Z and that whole entire fucking thing.
And especially in an industry where money is first. Especially in rap. Like rap culture, it's money first.
Yeah.
So if I gotta talk shit to make some money, that's easy for me. That's not a problem at all.
Because, we got to go down the conspiracy hole.
Let's go.
It's also doing a really fucking good job at covering up what the hell's going on with Diddy right now.
For sure.
Like a really good job, because that's all anyone was talking about on my social media anyways, before this rap battle,
Yeah.
the raid, because
I wrestle with that because I feel like this year too, I mean, maybe because it's fucking election season, right? But this year's been crazy.
bro, Cat
And
Williams
Cat
predicting.
Williams fucking called it. And we had the pod right after I'd watched it, and I told you, I was like, bro, Cat Williams went nuts.
Yeah.
I watched that episode many times. And this year's just been full of drama. So yeah, I mean, is there a plan to probably hide the other shit that's going on that actually needs to be talked about? For sure. For sure. That's the agenda. That's always the agenda.
Yeah.
Fucking pieces of shit. So just to go over just like final thoughts. I feel like what I said earlier, Kendrick, in my opinion, won.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think he just made the right tactical decisions, but also took advantage of Drake's missteps. And it was very strategic in how songs were dropped, right? Meet the Grams dropped 15 minutes after Family Matters. That was a huge moment in the diss where people were about to break down this 3-verse song with 3 different beats, by the way, and a music video where Drake is dropping a lot of shit, and then all of a sudden Kendrick drops Meet the Grams. So
And Meet the Grams is a lot, like, to take in, like, a lot to take
I mean,
in.
he's breaking down his whole fucking family. He's
Dude,
like, let
when
me talk
he
to your
goes-
mom, let me talk to your kid, let me talk about your other
When
kid
he-
that supposedly you have.
When he goes, Meet the Grams, I'm like, this is him laying out the first part of the play, and it's opening right there. That's
Exactly.
what that is.
And in Family Matters, Drake's song, in that 3rd verse, or in the music video, he's showing the supposed kid on a little flyer behind or inside of the dumpster where the car was, not dumpster, but the machine that was squashing the van from the album cover. Did you see the Family Matters music video at all?
No.
Okay, so I don't want to go too crazy into it, but if you look up the Family Matters music video, when they're crushing the van, this is the song that came out 15 minutes before Meet the Grams, where Kendrick exposes the kid that supposedly exists. He has the flyer of the supposed kid in this music video. So he knew Kendrick was going to go there. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
And he's basically saying,
But,
the kid's
okay,
not real. It doesn't exist before it happens.
But okay. I think that was in a rap battle where the person is literally just looking for any sort of scrapping ammunition against you. It was foolish to give that ammunition if he did, right?
Yeah.
Like I personally think it was foolish. Why? Because you've done it. You've done it before. There is some reality to that.
Right.
So there is way more opportunity for people to believe it, for you to predict it, that it was going to happen, and go down this whole fucking cycle.
Yeah.
Like, and if he alluded at all to the pedophile thing, I think that, again, another foolish move to do in this climate, to basically hand over, even if it's bullshit ammunition, and say, here you go. And then try to point the finger and be like, ha ha ha, got you. Because did you? Because now everyone's talking about all this shit and all these people you hanging out with.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I think
Yeah,
that was the biggest
I don't-
misstep.
Yeah, I think the biggest missteps is on Family Matters in the second verse. Drake stops dissing Kendrick and he starts dissing other people. He calls out the weekend. He calls out.
Is that where the
A$AP
Metro
Rocky,
Boomin thing comes
He calls out. No, that was from Push Ups.
I think that's the one I started with, like started going into.
So he calls out Rick Ross. He starts calling out a bunch of different people in the second verse. So I feel like that was a part in the battle where you can't start talking about other people. Like now this is a 1v1 against Kendrick. You shouldn't be distracted from what's going on.
Yeah.
So that was a big misstep. And then I think Kendrick dropping 15 minutes later just changed the narrative. Like people were so shocked that Kendrick dropped right after and weren't expecting it that it just changed the entire conversation. The entire conversation. So I think tactically Kendrick won. I think he did have the better record, but I do like Family Matters the most out of all of the songs, even though Not Like Us is a great song. That's kind of where I'm at. So GG Drizzy, he'll be back from this. I don't know what his next step is.
Oh, he posted about it.
Summer vibes.
Summer vibes.
Interesting.
Single samurai, 1v1,000.
Exactly. So
like, all right.
it'll be interesting to see how people take that. Whether they're like, no, man, you still have more to say. Like, you got to rap. You can't start doing dance songs again.
I think that I think he was planting seeds. I think that he was planting seeds with all these people that he named out. That's why he posted that cryptic fucking thing where he's just like, let's come at me this summer and I'll drop my summer vibes.
Oh, yeah. And people are still breaking down lyrics even like today. Like today I saw a new one that I was surprised. Drake, I think in Family Matters, references someone named Kojo. And Drake always uses like aliases, code names, and sometimes it's hard to like decipher who he's talking about. But he says Kojo, and in that line, he's referencing. Bella's gonna pull it up, so I don't want to misquote it. But Kojo happens to be the person at the record label, which Kendrick is under, that manages the stats and plays and bots and things of that nature.
Got it.
So that's a line where Drake is calling out Kendrick like, oh, you're using bots on your songs. That's why you're getting all these views. This is how you're manipulating the conversation on X. These aren't real people. These are people that just made an account. You pay for these bots and they control the narrative on TikTok, on X.
Those are like thought out things where he's like laying it up with somewhat receipt.
Is it Family Matters? I'm pretty sure.
I'm not seeing any Joe.
Kojo.
Oh, okay.
Kojo be charging you double for nothing. Yeah. So, and people are starting to like really look into those lines.
Yeah.
So it's going to be something that people, keep going for and keep digesting for a while, which is cool, right? Like people, two of the greats in some people's minds, 2 out of the 3. Cole was a part of this for a little bit. Gigi Cole, he won out of all this. Everybody knows that.
No, he steered clear, bro.
I mean, that's obvious at this point. Yeah.
Fucking misinformation shit on, people's opinions and stuff. Someone was like, they're saying that J. Cole was the mole and it was all a setup and all this shit. And I was just like, y'all are too much, bro. Y'all are too fucking much.
So First Person Shooter was Drake and J. Cole's song that dropped at the end of last year. And
it like made a reference to the big 3, right?
Exactly. And that's what Kendrick first responds to in a feature on Metro's and Future's project. That's why he throws the diss to Metro. So there's a lot of angles on this.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't know where the Metro thing was coming from, and then I got BBL Drizzy and was like, I'm just glad I got BBL Drizzy.
Oh, well, that's important because he, as basically the start of the beef, he's the igniter of the beef. He's a producer. Okay, he's the modern day Dr. Dre. He's on everyone's beats. He's, controlling the charts as far as who's doing the production on these songs.
Got it.
He does a collab project with Future. Future's from Atlanta. Drake and Future now have beef because Drake went to Atlanta and got a feature from Lil Baby and started putting him on instead of Future. So it's like there's so much fucking drama.
I'm done.
It's incredible. But on one of the songs that Metro produced, Kendrick responds to First Person Shooter. So now Metro inserts himself into the beef because he's letting people get on his shit and talk shit about Drake. So if Drake's your homie, like, how are you going to let people get on your beats and on your project and talk shit about me? Kendrick's talking shit about me. The Weeknd dropped disses on that project. Future's dissing me. I thought we were boys. You're just going to do a whole project where you're dissing me? So now Metro shut your hoe ass up and make some drums. You know what I mean? So he's pissed at him for that. So it goes deep. But from what I'm hearing on First Person Shooter, Drake reached out to Kendrick to get him on that song. So it was going to be the big three on the song.
Oh, that's why he says, surprise, you wanted that feature request. I wasn't sure which one he was talking about.
And that's why Cole referenced the big three line, because this was supposed to be the big three, but now you've
disassociated yourself.
Exactly. You backed out of it. You didn't want to be a part of this because you don't fuck with Drake, but Cole and Kendrick are close, which is the weird part.
Yeah.
They're very close. So they were trying to do a big song, and then that kind of started the fire.
Bro, they said, all right, fine. You don't want to do the song with us? Fuck off.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And if it's like, I'm pissed at someone and I'm in the rap game, I'll just talk a little shit. And this is what my bank account's going to look like. How much money people are making from this beef. Reactors on YouTube.
Dude, yeah.
Reactors on YouTube, dude. Kendrick removed the copyrights for all the reaction channels on YouTube. And people are making, like, I was hearing 500,000.
That's such a smart play.
Like 500,000 on video.
That's so smart to remove.
That's
the
crazy.
copyright.
Whatever.
So then everyone can just.
It feeds the culture.
It gets everywhere.
Dude, it's literally becoming a trend.
And it feeds the opinion that you want to.
I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk the way. Okay, that's like a TikTok trend right now, where it's like a picture of you, and then you swipe and it's a picture of the person that you hate for whatever you're calling out or whatever.
What was the headline for this? YouTubers say Drake versus Kendrick beef is making them life-changing money.
I wish, bro.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake have officially dropped copyright stipulations from their diss tracks on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Both.
X was only telling me Kendrick. I saw a million posts. Kendrick has allowed. Kendrick has a... See what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
It's those bots, Kojo. How many bots you putting on them, bro? Drake did it too. Fuck out of here. Oh my God. I'm talking so much shit. But by the end of the beef, man, like, I don't know about you, but personally, maybe because I'm on the Drake fan base side, but I was like exhausted by this.
I mean, it was like all anyone talked about for quite some time, and TikTok. I forget. I was gonna say that was like something like that, something similar like that happened, where it was like all we could hear about and everyone could talk about. I forget what the fuck it was, surprisingly, but
I was like, can we move on, man? Like, I'm tired of beef. Can we get back to like peace and love?
Let's just all be on J. Cole's side and just
man. Let's just vibe out. I'm tired of all this like opposition.
I think that's what Drake want. That's what Drake felt too. He's like, summer vibes, catch me later.
He posted a picture. Was it this morning or yesterday of him and Turks and Caicos already vacationing again?
I'm done. Yeah, of course, because he's got to show everyone. Ain't no sweat. Ain't no sweat on my back, bro.
And he's been touring for the past year. Like he took a small break during the holidays, so he was planning on vacationing during this time.
Oh,
but then fucking Kendrick responds, even though Drake egged him on. But that's why he was so quick to exit, because he was like, I didn't fucking really want to do this that much right now. Like, I'm supposed to be in Turks and Caicos.
I saw he posted for his baby mama on Mom's Day, whatever.
Yeah. So,
I saw.
I mean, we could go so many bars. We could dissect this shit for hours. But the last thing I'll say is that baby mama is referenced in one of the songs because A$AP Rocky and Drake supposedly ran a train on Drake's baby mama.
Okay.
And Rocky said something to say like, how do we know that's not my kid or your kid? Like, you know what I mean? So these rappers are dogs, bro. This is their culture. You know what I mean? So it's like when people talk about like kissing fans and shit, I'm like, yeah, they're rappers. Like, do you not know what rappers do?
I'm
Like what
done.
their shit is, like
I'm
what their
done.
vibe is.
What?
You know what I mean? Like what are they on?
You're like, did you forget that they're thugs?
yeah. No, I mean, that rap culture is partially built on,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? On
that thug culture. Because I mean,
Yes,
it became
100%.
a culture instead of like a
modern
like
day
a-
rap. Maybe if you look back, you could think of more where conscious rap really was mainstream and positive message and stuff like that. The shit that Tupac was on. Nowadays, mainstream rap is not conscious.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen that argument too of like, as crazy as this rap battle beef was, it's like people were like, it's nothing like the one that we've already witnessed before. Like, but between the,
Where Diddy sent out a hit to kill both of them, by the way.
I'm done.
Diddy.
Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna mention to you.
You know, Diddy sent out the hit to get Biggie killed, right?
Yes, yeah. That another thing that I was gonna say to you is that you know how he starts not like this and he says, "Psst, I see dead people."
Not like us, yeah.
Mad people on TikTok were like, oh, that means he's gonna reference the X thing. He's gonna reference X. He's gonna reference X.
Probably because he made a reference to it before, saying that something about dig up the bones or something. There was a bar in there that was already alluding to it going there. So I'm not surprised. And I wouldn't be surprised if Drake heard something and was like, yeah, I don't want to go there.
I wouldn't want to go there either if I were him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I think you got to be grateful for Drake in this time. Like, he offered himself in a position to be, like, scrutinized and shit on in front of the whole
Yeah, but
world.
he always is. I think
Yeah,
that's
which
why
I
it
think
didn't
is
matter.
dope. You know, like, you don't get all these songs from Kendrick, all you Kendrick fans, if Drake doesn't say, let's fucking go at it, man. Let's go for the people, for the culture.
I see what you're
Let's
saying.
go to war.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know, so
I see what you're saying. Like, we would not have had all of these masterpieces had it not been for the beef that he started.
Exactly.
I see.
And
I guess it works in this specific context where we're talking about people
man.
making music.
yes, yeah. For people don't know the X reference, people have said that XXX Tentacion was a hit job by Drake's people.
Yes.
Because right before X died, he said, if I die, Drake did it.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing, but there's beef before that they had between each other. So
Yeah.
and,
I heard about that too.
And there was a line that Drake had in one of the songs where people thought that Drake might have been alluding to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick took that angle, because once you call someone a pedophile, yeah, I'll call you. Yeah, you murdered that person and that person. Like, all bets are off now. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that's what Kendrick fans are looking for right now is like, when did Diddy and Drake hang out? And let's analyze all of these different dates and everything.
No, I just need people to analyze Diddy. Like, what the fuck is going on? I just him first. Let's start with him, and then we'll go from there. Let's just not let it be like a fucking Epstein thing. You know what I mean? Like, let's just not let it be, oh, she was trafficking children to him.
So, question about Diddy, because I feel like we haven't heard much, right? And we spent the whole episode talking about it.
Yeah.
And we went deep into it.
Yep.
And people had speculated this, but how do you feel? Do you think that this raid was basically designed by the people that had their blackmail stored in that mansion to get rid of that shit? Right? Because there was hundreds of cameras found, secret cameras found at Diddy's place. Do you think this was designed so that those people go there, get that evidence, and burn that shit? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Talk to Diddy, say, hey, okay, you know,
Yeah.
you still got to be charged somehow, man. Like, let's figure out a deal. Like, what are we going to expose?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because things haven't been moving. So, see if you can find anything about the cameras that were found at Diddy's home.
Yeah, because
I saw something that said hundreds.
Yeah, because they even talked about it on the
cameras.
news because they're starting to release some of that footage of when they started going in and raiding and like making contact with his kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Because on one side people are like, this is like excessive force, and on the other side people are like, no, like this is a person that had guns and shit in their fucking house. Like, it's not excessive. It's just being protective and prepared. I don't know. Like, I can see it, but it would have to go real fucking deep, dude. Like, how many fucking FBI people he have in his house? Like, how far up there does it go with him? You know what I mean? That's my like thing with that, is for me to be able to believe that far.
In the filing, Jones said the hip hop star stashed hidden cameras in the mansion in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles, and his compound on Star Island. So this one doesn't say how many, but
They also took several hard drives.
So what do you think? Do you think that's like a genuine? They're just gathering the evidence right now and trying to figure out what to do next, or
I think that when you have potentially that much fucking evidence, it's gonna take a while for you to go through.
for sure.
Because you're thinking about hundreds of cameras for hundreds of days.
And hundreds and thousands of people.
It's a lot of fucking man hours.
So true.
Right? So that's I'm going to assume that, for one, it's probably a shit ton of information because it's now coming from 3 places, right? Because they raided his 3 houses and then they raided one of his kids' houses too.
Do you think he saw it coming? I mean, he wasn't home, so he had to have seen it coming.
He left his fucking kids there, bro.
But you would have to play it cool. Like if I'm, it's kind of crazy, but putting yourself in his position,
Hypothetically,
they can't see that I left, and they're gonna arrest the kids, but they're not gonna charge them for anything because they're not involved really, as far as they know. So I'm just gonna dip out, leave the kids here, and that's my clean
I
exit.
feel like they would have somebody like watching the house before the whole team's rolled up, though.
But that's what I'm saying. How early in the process did he know? You know, he could have been tipped off too.
Wait, I mean, yeah, because like, where the fuck was he to begin with?
Yo, we're coming tomorrow night. Get the fuck out, or we're there. You're fucked.
I'm done.
Because you know those people pay the police too. Like, I know it's not the 1900s anymore, but people still do shady shit and they find ways to cover it
Of
up.
course they, bro. After Epstein, I'll believe in a lot of things.
Believe it all, man.
Yeah,
Diddy did
that's
it.
what I'm saying, like,
Meek did it. All of them did it. They did each other. That's for sure. 100%. Come on.
they did each other. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
voluntarily too. From
Can't.
Meek's perspective, but
I don't know. I definitely want more information. I want I want to understand how you can raid someone, how you can have enough information to raid someone's house but not arrest them,
yeah,
because he hasn't even been detained.
I don't know. Is there anything new on Diddy that you can find? Because I haven't heard anything. Is there anything?
I just heard about his son.
He dropped a diss track.
Yeah.
And he dissed 50 Cent and Eminem. You said I didn't even listen to the song.
I didn't either, but
I
that's
didn't
what
even
I
know
heard.
it existed until that sentence.
I found it today.
Yeah, so I mean, everybody's dissing everyone now. It's beef season.
Yeah.
Did you see the Tom Brady roast at all?
I just saw the Sam J.
Just her set.
Just her set, yeah.
Okay.
And then
nothing else. No other clips.
No other real clips. I heard Kim Kardashian actually got booed off stage, and then they edited it out.
They booed her before she got on stage.
Yeah, it was so brutal, like for no reason. She could not speak over the boos coming from the crowd.
So I had heard from
I'm dead.
for people that were comedians there that also have their own podcasts. They've been talking a lot about the event and revealing a lot of things. Bert Kreischer, Andrew Schultz on his pod has revealed a few things. And supposedly the fan base that was there was like very Boston and very like football.
Yeah, I mean,
so in their opinion, she represented all of the shit that they don't like. They don't like.
Yeah.
So when they saw her, they're boo. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, so
yeah. Okay.
because at first I didn't know what it was. Like, is someone like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like doing
like-
some crazy shit, like have something on their shirt, is like burning themselves. I don't know, man. Like some crazy protest shit. You never know. Because it was weird. It was like constant boos, and you would think like someone would just stop, but it just kept going.
Oh yeah, that sounds like football fans.
Yeah, but it didn't necessarily sound like a crowd. Like, it sounded like a few individuals that just
Just
wouldn't.
one pocket.
Exactly.
They
Like
got
all
that one
humming at the
pocket
same
mic'd up.
time.
Oh
just
my
fucking
god!
hated her.
I
So,
got it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to like figure
it's
out
pretty funny,
some
but-
clips for that.
It was kind of sad.
Oh wait, I did hear some of the Aaron Hernandez jokes.
So there's a clip here of a bunch of them that we'll play in a second. But if you haven't watched the entire roast, I think you'll take a lot out of context that's needed. Not just the jokes, but the environment of the entire show. Jokes and all kinds of jokes were on the table from the first second of the night. That was the purpose, was to push this thing to levels that we haven't seen comedy in a while, because
Yeah, isn't that
comedy
the
has been
purpose of a
outcasted.
roast?
Exactly. And roasts haven't happened in a while. So they made a lot of jokes about Aaron Hernandez. Anyone that doesn't know, I don't know where you live, but not on planet Earth. But if you don't, he is a football player that was on the Patriots, teammate of Tom Brady's, and was killing people on the side, and then went
Little
to
side
jail.
job.
You make it sound like
Crazy
he's like
side
Dexter.
hustle.
Yeah, it was a side job. He
mean-
leaves practice like, oh, I gotta.
I mean, if you're a professional
gotta go
take
Tabby
care of
dude.
this guy
Yeah.
after
Killer
practice.
side quest. You know what I mean?
if you're a professional athlete, what other time do you have on your schedule to be doing anything, let alone murdering people? So that's a side shit. You know what I mean?
You
No,
gotta
but you
schedule the
murder people
murders.
at the
Exactly.
party.
You gotta
I'm
cut it out of your
done.
schedule.
You gotta premeditate that
Easy
shit.
first degree murder. He made it easy for them. Check his Google Calendar now.
This is some of the compilations. You can run it.
What the hell, man? You're one of the best ever. Drew Bledsoe has a ring. Aaron Hernandez had a ring around his neck. Like, what's going on?
Everyone always asks me how big Gronk's dick is.
Pause.
Now, don't get me wrong, it gets the job done.
Pause.
It was hard
But
to
there
find
was
clips.
this other Patriots tight end. Now, he was hung.
But let me tell you, Tom is afraid of the
He hung
Giants.
himself in prison.
Yeah, I
Which
know.
is why Kevin Hart is tonight.
Just in case.
It's true. All night, he's been using the stool that Aaron Hernandez kicked out from under himself.
That's the best one, honestly.
Gronk was actually useful on the field, although the bar for Patriot tight ends was pretty low back then. Block, catch, don't murder.
Crazy. And that's like touching the surface. Like that's not even as crazy as it went. But
I
it was
think it
hard
just
finding
goes-
clips, to be
I think
honest.
it just goes to show that humans can compartmentalize. You know what I mean?
And we should.
Yeah,
It's important. Yep.
100%. Like, that's why, I don't know. It's easy to pick the person out of the music. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they might make the music, they might be making the sounds, but like, it's easy to disassociate that person from the music.
Yeah. I've always felt like it's important to dissociate the music from the musician, you know? Like,
Is it- yeah.
I'm not invested in the person. I'm invested in the sound, the experience they're offering me.
Yeah.
And for me, it's at that level. Like, even if I start hearing things about an artist, like Michael Jackson is a great one. Nowadays, depending on who you talk to, loving Michael Jackson is very polarizing. And for me, like, no matter where I stand, I think what's important is that Michael has offered his music to me, not who he is, not his, not his everyday life. This is inspiration flowing through him. That's what
Yeah.
music is, creativity, you know?
I think that the influencer like role was like there to bridge the gap to make people feel like,
Right.
like we're real people too, but it just made people more obsessed with celebrities, and it just put like these celebrities and I don't know, powerful people on a higher pedestal than they needed to be,
It's a great take. I completely agree.
to be honest.
Yeah, and I think it's honestly not great for our culture, but having idols is not a great thing, and if that's what's at the forefront of people's minds, it's not a great place to be.
Speaking of celebrities,
Yeah.
you don't know about the social media blackout, right?
No, nothing. Never
Okay.
even heard of it.
So, all right. It's just a tiny, it's a smidge political, but it's not going to be like opinionated. So it started a while back, but the Met Gala. Do you know what the Met Gala is? Oh yeah, you know what the Met Gala is.
Yeah,
you just didn't know there's a theme, right?
Yeah, it's a fashion show essentially.
That was like one of the greatest text messages I've ever gotten. You're like, there's a theme.
Because I sent you a dress of someone.
They're always crazy.
In a fucking they were a tree. A
Yes,
plant.
yeah, with the fucking thingy.
And you were like, wasn't the theme Cinderella? I was like, there's themes?
Yeah, I think it was no, it was gardens. I was wrong. I said Snow White, but it was gardens, I think.
Yeah, I had no
Anyways, so the Met Gala is like you saw all these extravagant fucking things. It's a fashion show with really expensive clothes, accessories, all this shit, right? It's what $75,000 for a ticket to attend it. Yes.
I thought it was invite only.
I don't know how it works.
I mean, I don't know.
But either way, it's $75,000.
It feels like an invite only event.
It's $75,000, and then I think it's like $200,000 for a table.
Damn.
That's a lot of fucking money, right?
Yeah, dude.
From all these wealthy ass fucking people, right?
I mean, money's relative, but
right.
To me, that's very expensive.
The people on social media
stick to the nosebleeds at TD Garden.
Yeah. Hey, I've upgraded to the first row of the balcony now. So, you know what I mean?
I've recognized. I respect the upgrades.
Thanks, man.
I'm so dumb.
Little by little.
UFC was a big one.
Yeah.
So there's no guaranteed way to get invited to the Met Gala. Each year, Wintour decides who makes the great list and who's I don't know how to
relegated.
I don't know why that was so hard to the wait list. While many philanthropic goals, only barrier to
Galas. Can you zoom in, baby?
Yes, thanks.
I'm so blind. We
talked
about this like
blind. Yeah.
Baby, why don't you just read it for us, please?
Thank you.
There's no guarantee. Okay,
thanks, because I'm so blind.
Gala's only barrier to entry is a sizable donation. The criteria for the Met Gala depends on a variety of factors seemingly known only to Wintour, ranging from timely achievements to cultural clout. Odell says that when she was researching her book, she heard from former Met Gala planners that many hopeful would-be attendees have tried to buy their way into the event to no avail.
But I do still believe that it costs $75,000 because it says a sizable donation, right?
Okay, so like once, even though you're invited, you'll
have to make a donation.
Yeah, you're almost like obligated to
donate.
You have to.
If you accept this invite, you need to pay.
Exactly. That makes sense then. That makes
but
sense.
I think what it was for the tables is they cost like $200K, like for the shit, like for the food, for all that stuff, you know? So it's a lot of fucking money going into this one night and everyone's just spending all this money. One of the things brought up is there was, who the fuck is it? So she had a fucking ice purse. She had an ice purse, bro. I forget what her fucking name was.
Ice purse.
The
only one I know about is Tom.
It's what's that girl? I want to say she's a fucking.
I'm gonna look it up.
Huh? That one.
Camila Cabello.
Yeah. She had an ice purse. Okay, it was just please look it up because I'm not gonna do it any fucking justice.
A purse. of ice.
At the end of it was like just a block.
I'm not joking.
No, it wasn't.
Swear to God.
I'm not fucking joking. The strap on it broke almost immediately, she said. There's a rose inside.
On that, please?
And it's like, it has like...
Whoa.
So she's just walking around with
diamond.
that all night.
That's actually fire.
She had someone like with her, obviously. She kept handing it to him so that she could take a break.
But it's not real ice, right?
Yo, it's real ice.
No.
It literally melted.
Dude,
literally melted.
Her hand should be soaking wet.
Bella, please look up what's in this block of ice. Please, because there's like
her
diamonds
hand
in it.
is dry as shit. There's no way. That has to be wrapped. Like in a clear silicone.
Dude, I
How would
watched the
it break,
videos.
though?
I watched the videos.
It melted in her
They
hand.
do the
That's-
switch in
Yep.
the bathroom. What do you mean? Hey,
It
give me the
had-
block
So
one.
So
hand.
the point was, she wasn't supposed to hold it. The strap, it had a strap that went like over her shoulder, so she could wear it like a little fucking purse. It broke.
Shut the fuck
Look at the
up.
chain.
I don't believe it. What?
Which was quite literally a melting chunk of ice containing a single copper rose.
Look up
So
how
when
much
you
it
mean
was.
Quite
Look,
literally. Do you mean literally or quite literally?
tell me how much it cost because it was like
For the block of ice?
I'm not shitting you. I'm not shitting you.
life water.
$22,500.
85 hours to complete.
Bro,
Okay, but it's the diamond. It's the diamond in the
That
rose.
guy was
though.
taking way too many breaks.
In ice.
18
85
karat rose
hours?
gold set with flawlessly cut 0.50 carat diamonds and water from the Nevas. Okay, so how much is the water from the Nevas?
Yes, thank God she had the water from the Nevas.
Because that's just the rose, you know
Dude,
what I mean?
Oh my
So-
God.
So the thing is that everyone was like, y'all are literally spending all this fucking money, posting all of this shit, making all this money off of us because we have given you this platform and we have given you the views and the likes. And you guys haven't done shit to speak out about what's going on.
Yeah, ungrateful fucks. That's what happens when you become a celebrity.
So social media took over and said, we are blocking you. If you attended this, if you did this, if you support this, we're fucking blocking you. And we're getting rid of your asses.
Everyone that attended the Met Gala.
A lot of the people that attended the Met Gala.
And these people are being targeted by who?
People on social media. Like the people who are following them, the people who like them, the people who pay to watch them, whatever the fuck. Those are the people who are now being like, we do not support you. Fuck off. Like you are just tone deaf in what's happening. You are completely out of touch with reality.
Yeah, but that won't do much.
No, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck, and I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. They give a fuck.
It eventually does
It's
mess
just-
up your algorithm if you're losing like hundreds of thousands of followers per day.
Yeah, if it
That's the
continues at a
intent.
constant rate, for sure. But
They've been
it's not
talking.
likely.
They've been talking about it for 5 days now, and people just keep unblocking and unblocking.
But I think social media audience is different than real life audience, and if you can sell out a stadium with real tickets, and that's not changing, then nothing's changing.
What?
So Camila Cabello gets this blackout, right? Thousands of unfollowers. But she goes to her stadium tour and performs to a sold out stadium. People are paying money to be there. Those are real fans. You know, those are the people that matter.
Gotcha.
And I don't think those people matter in the long run to a huge artist like this.
Gotcha.
You'd have to be making constant strides of losing thousands of followers a day. I mean, for weeks, months, maybe.
I mean, you never know. You never
personally,
know.
I just don't think it really matters.
That's just what's going on.
Yeah.
That's just the thing that's happening. That's what everyone is doing right now.
Yeah.
I'd never followed celebrities like that to begin with. So I didn't have really anyone to follow or block or whatever the fuck.
Would you participate in this blackout event?
It just depends. Like I don't think I liked the ice purse bitch to begin with anyways. So like I'm good. Like
ice
you
purse
know,
bitch.
like it just depends on
If you already
the
didn't
facts
like
going
them,
on.
then you'd be like, yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
But if you liked them,
Then I'd still be like, fuck them. If it was like a serious thing, you know, like because it's a pretty serious
who's
thing
your
that's
favorite
happening.
artist?
What do you mean?
Who's your favorite artist
Artist in like what medium?
in the world?
What?
Right now, you think of your favorite artist. First name that comes to your mind.
Bayside.
Bayside. If Bayside wasn't for whatever reason is now part of this blackout event, are you unfollowing them?
Oh, I need the receipts. I need the
If
receipts.
there are, but what are the receipts that you're looking for?
If whatever like super horrible thing that they're doing.
No, same
is,
situation.
Is, like,
Is these artists
I see.
aren't giving money to war efforts and like helping?
I don't think it was necessarily money. I think it was just more of like, you guys are. I could be
you said,
wrong.
like, ungrateful, right?
I could be not ungrateful, but like
Tone deaf.
tone deaf.
Ignorant.
We're literally struggling to buy groceries for our children, and you guys are spending $22,000 on a block of ice.
Okay, your favorite artist gets a text like that, and they respond, "It is what it is," and that text
then
message
done.
gets leaked.
Blocked. Done.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Done. Fuck off.
Okay, fair. If I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. To me, like, I don't expect much of them anyways.
I think it's.
And I like them because of this creative experience they've offered me. I do not put them on a pedestal for one bit. I don't attend shows as much as you, so I think you definitely have like a deeper connection with some of these artists. I've only ever seen J. Cole live. I've seen like Animals as Leaders, another band, and like
so
just smaller shows. But you go to a lot of shows, so I can understand that attachment, that like, I don't want to say attachment, but like the fandom.
Yeah.
You're really into these
Yeah.
bands, you know, so
Yeah.
it's different. But
Yeah, when you
for
see them
me,
often.
like, I guess I just don't have a big fandom like that. The only one would be like me dealing with this Drake beef and Kendrick fans coming out from everywhere.
I think that the reason why for the people that did all of this is it's important is because they are partially influencers. It started off with one really, really popular TikTok influencer who has always been trying to be really relatable and try to make her life kind of seem like you can be this too, you know, but now she's showing up at the Met Gala and she has a $20,000 a month apartment. And like, that's the thing that they're going against. It's like, you are literally an influencer for me, right? Like you're supposed to be an influencer for my culture, but you have zero idea of what life I'm leading right now. And I have no attainability to yours, but this is supposed to be what's relatable to me.
Right.
That's the way that like I'm seeing it. I know that like there have been a lot of other, obviously because of other things going on, people are like, oh, okay, you know, this is why I'm doing this. So it's more than just that. People have their own like opinions and reasonings for it, but it's been pretty big. It's been pretty hot on my For You page. Let's see how it goes.
Has your For You page been hot with this portal from New York to Dublin?
Yes, I saw
Mine
one
has
really.
been very hot.
Yeah, I have one very specific video that keeps showing up
You
in
got
my
it there, brother.
algorithm.
There it is. Look at here.
I'm so
I
dead.
can show that.
Run
right?
it, play it. Yeah, you can show that. There's no nipple.
I'm so dead.
You know they shut the portals off?
Yes,
after
Yes.
yes.
That's fucking
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's because
Free
of
the
the
nipple.
inappropriate things
That's
that were
fucking
happening.
bullshit.
Yep.
Free the
here's,
nipple.
Here's what's happening, or here's what's hilarious. I saw one video about this portal. B told me. B were like, "Oh, there's a portal." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about a portal?" Then they explained it. Then I saw one really wholesome video about this girl who is in Dublin or whatever, and her best friend lives in New York, and she's from Dublin, so they were gonna meet at the fucking portal to see each other and do this whole thing. And that's the video I saw. And then the next video in like a day or two was they're shutting down the portal because of inappropriate shit happening. And then someone else's take was like, it's on 24/7. What the fuck do you think is going to happen at 2, 3, 4 in the morning in these cities in New York?
Yeah, at first they shut it off after 5 p.m. and now they've just completely like
shut it off.
They're going to bring it back, they said, but they're trying to figure out what regulations, because supposedly there are security on site. There is like a line that's being filed. I sent you an article, I think, by Daily Mail on Discord, Bela.
The first video of the portal I saw was a guy from Ireland putting...
Oh, yeah, show that. No, scroll up, babe. I put that one there, too.
Putting the
No, those are
towers
all
on
me.
the screen. The 9/11
Putting the
towers.
what?
The
Oh
9/11
my God. I heard
yeah.
about that. I hadn't seen it.
Oh, maybe I didn't.
Is it that
Yeah,
one?
that's cool. I
Is
thought
it
I
that
sent
one right there?
Crazy.
It might be, yeah. But
That's
yeah. So
That is
right now
crazy.
it's delayed. They're gonna bring it back, but I don't know like what else you do. Like you gotta tell people stop flashing.
Here we go. Watch this.
Rip Pop
Peace,
Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
Here it comes. Yeah, there it is.
The reaction.
Everybody.
One more time.
I don't think it'll ever be enough time for that one, to be honest. I
That-
don't think it'll ever be enough time for that.
That is
Dude, look-
internet culture in real life.
Yes, it is.
Everybody just looks at each other.
Did they just fucking do that?
That felt like a meme. Like that didn't feel real.
That was a
That
real
is
life meme. That was
exactly what that was.
I'm so fucking done. But I mean, realistically, what
You
did you
can't
think?
stop stupid people from being stupid.
You
It's
can't.
impossible.
And it's funny because they're like, oh, we can connect people. What a wholesome thing to do.
Yeah, you're connecting them. All right. This is not the network that you think you're making.
Oh shit.
You are not creating the community you think you are.
Hilarious. I like the idea, by the way.
It's like a live Reddit.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I like the idea, by the way. I like the concept of connecting people in that way, having like a real life live stream happening where you can interact with someone. Like, I think the concept is cool.
The concept is cool. You should probably maybe not just put it in the middle of the fucking city.
Yeah, put it like inside of a
couldn't we-
building.
Yeah,
or something.
like, put it
You
in
gotta
a
pay tickets for
storefront,
this
like,
shit.
yeah,
Put it in,
right.
like,
Like I'm
City
surprised they
Hall or
didn't fucking do it.
something.
Yeah,
City Hall.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
dead.
done with all the people paying their taxes and fucking excise taxes and shit.
Yeah.
The Portal is a piece of sculpture art by Portal's founder and artist Benediktas Gilisys, originally from Lithuania. The idea to create a virtual link between countries started in 2016 when G wanted to find a way to bridge international gaps, a passion further driven by the COVID pandemic.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
man.
could have just set up your laptop on a Zoom and
Like everybody else.
Imagine you tell him that. He's like, what's Zoom?
Oh my
Oh, no wonder, bro. That's how you got there.
Now we have a giant circle with a screen in it in the middle of the city. Somebody's gonna drive into that thing.
I was talking to a client for work, and I had to send him an email, so I called him to ask him for his email, and he's an old Italian dude from Boston. And I was like, hey, can I get your email sent to you? No, I don't do electronics. I don't know. I don't know anything. No, send it to my brother. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, man.
Alrighty then.
yep, yeah. I've had those people.
Real
Send it
old
to this
school.
person. Send it to this person.
Yeah, like I don't do phone, computer, nothing.
When I worked at Journeys in Natick, there was this crazy lady. We called her the cart lady because she had one of those shopping carts, like the open metal ones, and you stick all your groceries in.
The
And
cruisers.
she had one of those, but she put all her junk because she was like a homeless woman.
I mean, that's usually who's driving one of those things, to be honest.
She was the cart lady out of Framingham. If anyone fucking knows crazy cart lady out of Framingham, and she came in, and her name is Jane, and she tried on some shoes that she liked, but we didn't have them in her size. So I was like, we can order them and we'll have it shipped right here. We'll just give you a call when we get them. Literally did not want to give me her phone number, did not want to give me her email address. I was like, I can't do the order without your number. I can't let you know like when the order is going to be here, when it's ready. She's like, I'll just come in and check.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I need a phone number to physically need one to process it in the computer. And I ended up having to talk to my manager about it. He was like, just put in the store number. Just tell her to come in on Friday. I was like, okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Can I set you off right now? Just fucking fuming. Bella, could you run that video that you just opened up a second ago? I saw this today on my TikTok. I don't want to say much. I think there's a lot to discuss. Let's just let it rip. For context, this is Harrison Butker, NFL kicker. Okay. And he did a
NFL?
speech at a graduation. Okay. NFL kicker. Go ahead and run it.
For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker. For the ladies...
Oh, I wanted to hear the response so bad. I heard like one clap, but like barely. Go.
Gotta be
I'll talk after.
Gotta be a homemaker.
One good thing I'll say.
Yep.
He really, really, really credits her. You know, really credits her. This is his wife?
His mother.
Oh, Lord have mercy on that woman's soul.
Why are we? What is this about?
So
Okay.
he's in the speech. He's like, women should be at home, not pursuing all these careers. Yet his mother is a clinical medical physicist.
Thank you. My
who
stoned
it-
ass
which
overlooked
is
that.
which is
obviously.
a renowned title to have.
Right. You have
And-
to work very hard, climb a lot of ranks. Do
It's also
everything.
in the Department of Radiation Oncology, which you're literally working with cancer patients.
So go ahead. So break this down for me in your brain right now. Just go. Just take it out, man. Just fucking start shooting them.
Why the fuck would I be so excited to get fucking married and push a baby out of my fucking vagina after I just paid thousands of fucking dollars to get a piece of paper to get some fucking dude to respect me enough to pay me the same fucking price as the guy next to me? What? How, like, on what fucking earth would make me excited for that, like, on my graduation day?
The timing is just astronomical. Like if this was at a church or something, I'd be like, same reaction, fucked up, but like I get the place, kind of. You know what I mean? Like I get where it came from.
I read the room.
Yeah. Can we check on where he was doing this, please? Yeah, I think it's important to know. But that's got to be a graduation. He's wearing a fucking gown.
Yeah, I just need to know. I just need to understand. Is it high school graduation or college?
Yeah,
graduation?
imagine it's his high school. Like,
I need to
homecoming.
know. I need.
Homecoming. Oh
I'm
shit.
a homemaker at homecoming.
Benedictine
Yeah.
College. Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker may have stirred
Kansas.
controversy. What did I say?
No, Kansas. It's in Kansas. There we go. There's our answer.
For his proclamation of conservative blah blah. He received a standing ovation. No, I don't believe it.
No, I believe
actually,
it. He's in
it's
Kansas.
Arkansas.
He's in
Yeah,
Kansas.
It's in
actually.
Kansas.
But can you see, Bella, if you can find any video evidence
That's
of the crowd reaction?
First word that like popped out at me was Kansas, and I was like, yeah, there it is. In
Kansas.
Benedictine College,
Yeah.
Kansas.
So yeah, the
All right, a
timing
member of
is
the-
just wow, right?
No.
It's just crazy.
A standing ovation is crazier. Remind me
That's
to
true.
never
I haven't seen
motherfucking go to
video of
that
that.
place ever. No, never, for nothing. Don't send me there. Nope.
But
He got a standing O for that.
I mean, that's just a very like old take, like so old that it's ancient at this point.
Again, I commend you for recognizing the fact that you wouldn't be able to do what you get to do without her
And by the way, women can have a profession
and, be a mom.
be a mother and raise a family.
Yeah.
Like,
Turns out they could do both.
yeah,
Everybody.
Did you know that in life
Newsflash.
you have to balance things and multitask?
Like
breaking
he
news that
says,
they
like,
can multitask.
he says like your vocation. Like, does that mean like your skill? Like,
Yeah, your career should be being a mother,
got it.
which like if
Oh my fucking god!
oh, here we go. This is it. Full screen, please.
Within your vocation,
Full audio, too.
you too can be a saint.
Crank it.
Christ is king to the heights.
Who's standing up first? All the men.
Yeah, but like,
Hold on.
Yeah,
Back
go
up
back
like
and
10
pause.
seconds. Yeah,
and just pause real quick. Just do you see?
When people first start standing up, I want to see who stands up first.
No, I'm looking at a completely
put this-
different
put
fucking
this in
thing here.
slow-mo.
Okay,
Do
I'm
it in
look-
slow-mo, too.
No, you're good. You're good. This is great. I'm just looking at.
What do you want to see? The skin color?
Yeah, bro. Where's the
It's okay.
melon?
You can be honest.
Melanin. Where is it?
Yeah, not to be found. But that's just deep Catholic America, you know? Yeah, a lot of men first. Pause it.
Catholic out there? They're like
Christian,
fucking Mormon.
Catholic Christian. I don't know what the fuck he is. No, but it said Catholic, right?
I feel
I
like
don't know.
Sketch squinting at the screen like this.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes.
Okay,
is
I'm
what
gonna
saying.
play it slow mo.
I'm gonna play it slow mo.
Run it. Okay, pause right there.
Okay,
Who's hunched over? I see a lot of dudes.
I saw the first people
like 2
I
or 3
saw
women.
move the mouse up a little bit, down to the left.
Yeah, the guy in the aisle.
Right there.
Yep, that's the first guy I
That
saw
was
too.
the first guy I saw.
That's the first
This
guy I
guy
saw, too.
jumped up.
Where's
This guy
Waldo?
jumped up.
Where's Waldo?
That was
brother?
incredible. It's incredible that me and you saw the first guy out of all these people.
So there's just we could talk about everything he said there for hours. I don't think we need to, but it's obviously shocking. And if you watch that video and you're at home listening to this, and you thought, "Wow, man,
You're right.
yeah, this guy is wow,
This guy's onto
I
something.
gotta follow him."
This guy knows something we don't.
I honestly, watch a different video. I don't think you're gonna like us very much.
Yeah. Yeah, you might want to
this
skip
is not
on
the
us.
place for you. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you found out about that before you got
Yeah.
to this point. So
I
we're
would-
okay.
I would hope so.
We're okay if you're watching.
I mean, you're also okay to watch if you're in Kansas, just not
Yeah,
there.
but I don't think people in Kansas have internet, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's impossible. You can't be that ignorant and have internet. It's just like impossible.
It's a choice.
Can't be done.
Oh, actually, no, you guys know. I saw a TikTok video recently about like this girl who went to Texas for a fucking work trip, right?
Yeah.
And that's when she found out how they blocked Pornhub. Like in the state of Texas, you
I heard
can't
it. I
access
didn't
the
know that
fucking
that was a
website.
thing.
Me neither until her video.
There's actually a hilarious video. I have to mention it. In the NBA playoffs, Luka Doncic is a player for the Dallas Mavericks. He's at his press conference post-game. He's sitting down. He's answering a question. And someone's fucking Pornhub goes off in the background. I swear to God. And it made major news. You'll find it.
Speaking of the
What?
speaking of NBA,
Only if it's good news.
66-72 Boston, third quarter.
Let's go.
We're down?
No, we're up. 66-72 Boston.
Okay.
Third quarter.
Okay.
Yeah,
4
I
minutes
also
left.
looked.
Yeah,
took
you
it
should
that
say
way.
I'm sorry, I'm
72,
sorry,
66
I'm
Boston.
sorry,
Okay,
I'm
I got
sorry.
you.
I just read it how it is on Google,
I
like
got
laid
you.
out. I went left
how
to
much
right.
time left? Third quarter?
Third quarter on Google, it says 3:53, but it's been like that for like 45
Okay.
seconds now.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, run it.
We shared the ball really well. We were knocking down.
Lock and turn it up a bit.
We were open
Your side.
shots, and just sharing the ball, and our energy was great. What do you think?
That actually could have been a player. That sounds kinda like
Totally a
person
player.
doing that.
Totally a player.
look at his reaction.
Run it back, run it back.
You can tell me. Hope that's not live. Well,
Hope that's not live, he says.
Shots. We were open shots, and just sharing the ball, and our energy was great. What do you think?
That's totally a person.
It definitely is. When I heard it on my phone, I thought it was someone's phone. And the title, caption when I saw the video was someone said someone's phone.
Yeah,
That's
it
why I
says right
thought
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, closing out porn. Someone just memed it, but imagine, dude. That's some crazy shit.
What the fuck?
That's some crazy shit.
I probably would have reacted the same way he did. Like,
Last thing I wanted to tell you about before we get the fuck out of here is I saw this caption, this title, and I didn't even watch it. I wanted to watch it with you. It says iOS 18 will introduce eye tracking, which allows users to control their iPhone and iPad with their eyes. Let it run, please. I think it's muted on the video. No, we're good. So eye tracking isn't a new thing. People have done it in like games,
Reaction videos.
reaction videos. People will like download the plugin on their computer that tracks it through their camera in front of their screen. So it's not like brand new technology, but
yeah, because I've seen that's what I've seen it used for is like in situations like that where someone is unable.
right.
I mean, that's gonna just be there. Like that's just gonna be a feature. Can I turn it off?
You know, the thing is, as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure you can't have a new iPhone without having Face ID.
Yeah, you probably can't.
Or at least a passcode. Like, right, you need it to get into your phone. It doesn't give you the option to not have
No. You can have a password. You can have a password.
instead of Face ID.
Yep. Because my fucking dad doesn't have Face ID. His sketch ass.
Okay. Well, that's now. Because eventually it'll be mandatory. I have
That's
to do
all.
my fingerprint. Not have to, but if I choose to.
Yeah, I
With
have
the
my
iPad.
I have my
it.
fingerprint on here. I don't have Face ID on this one. It's old.
No, I don't either. I have the finger one. So, fingerprint, eye tracking,
I mean, they already have my fingerprint.
face tracking.
They already have my biometrics.
Yeah, literally everything.
Yeah, for me, they have everything already too.
We're
lost.
fucked, man.
I lost everything. I lost all my privacy.
Everyone in this room has an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find it weird when I hang out with Migs. He has an Android. I'm like, dude, I don't get
Shout
you.
out Meg.
Stacy and Wagner
out
have.
Meg.
Shout out Migs, though.
Congrats.
Stacy and
yeah,
Wagner have.
congrats on the
Congrats,
kid.
bro. Love you.
Yes, yeah, that's so exciting.
See if he makes it this far.
Yeah,
This is
doubtful.
the ultimate test.
Not many
How
get
big
this
of a
far.
fan you are.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, shit. All right, you got anything else? I'm all out of things.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
Bet. Well,
So
thank you
nice.
guys for watching. If you made it this far, appreciate you very much. Did you want to do? No, that's a whole fucking.
Yeah,
other
no,
rabbit
yeah,
hole. We'll
no,
save
yeah,
that for another
yeah,
time.
Yeah, that's
But,
why I didn't bring them up.
Our next guest, you guys will see, is they're 100% down for conspiracies. It's gonna be a dope episode.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Like the video, and we'll see you next time. Adios.
Catch you guys later.
Love you guys.